What is up, friends and family? Welcome back to the Badass Times. My name is Matt, and today we're going to do something a little different on the channel. We're going to check out one of my favorite YouTubers, Heavy Spoilers. That's the name of his channel. Go over and check him out. But they are breaking down the incident that happened over the weekend at the Venice Film Festival, where the whole world is freaked out because, you know, all this controversy has been going down with the movie Don't Worry Darling, which isn't going to be a big hit anyway. Don't know whoever thought it was going to be a massive blockbuster of a film. It's not that type of movie. No matter how great it was or is or it's going to be, it's Don't Worry Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde, starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles. Who cares, first off? And Chris Pine, great Chris Pine. I mean, Harry Styles took maybe Shia LaBeouf was still in it, it would have a bigger chance. But you replace Shia LaBeouf with Harry Styles, you've already got a problem right there in terms of filmmaking and, just style in itself. Shia LaBeouf's a legend. Harry Styles is a no-talent pop star. No one cares, at least in the film world. But the funny part is, over the weekend, that was just my rant real quick. Over the weekend at the Venice Film Festival, it appears to show that Harry Styles, at this point, when he walks in and sits down, he spits, supposedly, on Chris Pine for some reason. At least that's what everybody's been saying. So my guys over at Heavy Spoilers did a breakdown video. We're going to react to it. Then I'll give my thoughts to it. Yeah. But there's, all this controversy has been going down with this movie. With Olivia Wilde saying that she fired Shia LaBeouf and Shia LaBeouf saying he quit. None of that really doesn't matter to me. But if anybody thought this movie was going to be, like, people keep doing these, I keep seeing these articles and stuff. And it's like, how is the box office going to be affected by the controversy surrounding Don't Worry Darling? Don't Worry Darling was never going to be a blockbuster smash hit. No chance in hell. And if anything, it's going to make more money now than it was going to, just because of the controversy and all the hoopla around it. But it was never going to be a big hit. Look at the trailer. It's not for mass audience. It's not even for the people it's directed towards, because it's like it's a 1950s set sci-fi, house. What's the Robot Housewives kind of thing vibe to it? It's that type of movie. Maybe 20 million opening weekend. I'd say 10 to 20, somewhere in there. No way it was making over 25 million this opening weekend, and no way it hits over 100 million domestically. I'd be shocked. Anyways, let's check out this video, see what Heavy Spoilers has going on. Subscribe to their channel, help them out. They don't need any help. They're almost at 1 million subscribers, but subscribe to my channel if you want. Click that like. Leave me your thoughts on this controversy below and all my controversial statements about Harry Styles. I'm sure I'll get some hate on Harry Styles, but who cares? He's a pop star. He's not a real actor, at least not yet. Now, down the road, he may become a legend. You never know what he's saying. But from what I've seen him in, he's okay in Dunkirk. Here it is. Okay. Whoa, okay. I didn't know it was going to come so fast. So he's sitting down. Right here, something happens. Okay. Wait. Looks like he kind of spit something, maybe. I don't know. But Chris Pine looks down, something, laughs it off. Okay,
Okay, so the internet keeps on interneting, and new footage of Harry Styles appearing to spit on Chris Pine has been shared worldwide across Twitter. It's the spit heard around the world, with it popping up everywhere online like a live Jasmine ad, and it may be the biggest thing to ever happen, ever, in the last hour. However, there may be a totally innocent explanation to it all. We've slowed down the footage, analysed it over and over, watching it more times in our
This is
videos with our
ridiculous.
ex-girlfriend back when we were happy together, and have brought you something that you might not have noticed. So don't worry, darling, we've got you covered, and if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you subscribe because we're almost at the 1 million. I promise I'll stop doing these stupid breakdowns if we hit that. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Now, according to the internet, we watch as Chris claps away, and we then see Harry appear to spit in his lap, which makes him stop clapping. Chris then smirks as if he's just been offended, and then tries to laugh it off like it's the reviews for Star Trek Into Darkness. However, let's rewatch the footage with a focus on what Chris is looking at rather than Harry. Go on, take your eyes off Harry Styles, you dirty b****. Anyway, we can see in his hands that he's holding what appears to be a phone. He then places it in his lap, and then also looks down to see what's on the screen. At this point, he then seems to get a notification, which makes him stop clapping. Watch this again with all this in mind, and you can see that Kevin Spoilers
I don't think
has
he
solved
spit
it.
on him.
Case closed. However, he does then take out this object again, showing that it's in fact sunglasses, and dun dun dun, this confirms that he has Edith technology. Now honestly, I don't really know what's going on here, and we actually have footage from another angle that makes it appear completely innocent. After the pair sits down, the pair seem to chat away, rather than it all blowing up out of proportion like that on the internet. However, there is a lot of drama floating around the premiere, with already gaining numerous headlines. Now, in case you don't know, Don't Worry Darling has had a really awkward production, with there being lots of behind the scenes tensions on the movie. During production, Olivia Wilde was actually served papers by her ex Jason Sudeikis.
Oh yeah, I
and he
forgot
said
about
he
that
wanted
little.
custody of their children. In 2020.
Forgot about that. During an awards acceptance speech or some type of presentation or something a few months ago, Olivia Wilde was on stage and she got served her divorce papers from Jason Sudeikis' attorney. Thought that was hilarious. Anyway, let's listen to what more Heavy Spoilers has to say.
21, Shia LaBeouf was fired from the movie, and this happened after he apparently clashed with Olivia Wilde.
And we
on
know
set.
this isn't true
Although
now.
the initial reason for his leaving was said to be down to scheduling conflicts, Wilde did come out and say that this wasn't true. According to Marie Claire, she stated, "His process was not conducive to the ethos that I demand in my productions. He has a process that in some ways seems to require combative energy, and I don't personally believe that it's conducive to the best performances." Nailing that accent. "I believe that creating a safe, trusting environment is the best way to get people to do their work. Ultimately, my responsibility is to the production and to the cast to protect them. That was my job." Now, Wilde ended up recasting Harry Styles in the film, and the pair are now dating. However, to add more fuel to the fire, LaBeouf fired back by saying that he'd in fact quit.
See,
He
this
provided evidence to the outlet Variety showing that
This was what I was alluding to earlier. Of course, Olivia said that, that she fired him, but then he came out and said she was begging him not to quit, and he said he quit, and he has recordings of her begging him not to quit the project. Every YouTube video that he does on his interviews past few weeks has millions of views. No interview Harry Styles is doing, Chris Pine, Florence Pugh, or even Olivia Wilde doing is getting millions of views. Just if he would have stayed in the project, that adds. If it's a great film, it would add at least an extra 10 million. I'm not saying he can really open a movie by himself, but he has a little bit of pedigree when it comes to being a movie star, being an actor. He can help open up a movie, especially if it's got great reviews. I would say add an extra 10 to 20 million to the box office if he's in it, if it's good, which may not be the case always, but you're better off having Shia LaBeouf in your film than Harry Styles, a guy who's only done a couple projects and is known as a pop star, a shitty pop star at that.
Wilde had sought to make it work with him, and that she'd also downplayed Florence Pugh a bit, who is starring in the film. This has led to there being a ton of drama and tensions on set for the film, with us constantly getting updates that it's going down as well as the Rings of Power, which I actually like. So anyway, Florence has done little to no promotion for the film, and whilst this is said to be because she's currently working on the Dune sequel, the internet loves to say.
Florence
Alright.
is a force, and we are so grateful that she's able to make it tonight despite being in production on Dune. I know as a director how disruptive it is to lose an actor even for a day, so I'm very grateful to her, grateful to Denis Villeneuve for helping us, and we're really thrilled we'll get to celebrate her work tonight. I can't say enough how...
Yeah, now here's the thing. All right, that's enough of all that controversial stuff, I guess. But I like Olivia Wilde as a actress and a director. I don't know if she can quite be considered a filmmaker. Not necessarily. She's a director. Her film Booksmart, I was like, okay, pretty good, decent comedy. Should have been better. The praise around it was making it to be like the next Superbad. It wasn't. It was okay. It was pretty good. So she's pretty good, but she's no Greta Gerwig or anything. Not yet, anyway. Last time, one of her contemporaries as a filmmaker and an actress, I would say. Greta Gerwig's, made a couple great movies and could be coming out with a third great movie later on this year or next year. Not quite positive. Do your research on that. But Lady Bird is a modern day classic. But yeah, Olivia Wilde still has a lot of work to do in terms of becoming a great filmmaker. We will see with Don't Worry Darling. Of course I'm going to go see it. I'm a sucker for Florence Pugh. Love Florence Pugh. And Chris Pine's pretty cool himself. His last couple movies were pretty good. Both of them came out on Amazon Prime, I believe. But anyways, controversy aside, like I said, Don't Worry Darling was never going to be a smash hit. Doesn't matter whether Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine or not. I don't think he did. I think it was just cell phone, sunglasses in his lap. Something happened. He might have just been stoned. He might have just been a little drunk. There's a lot of footage of him acting funny during this whole film festival this past weekend. So he might have just spaced out for a second. And it could have been Harry Styles could have just said something funny because he's sitting beside his wife or his girlfriend and not him. I thought it was kind of funny that you have Olivia Wilde and Chris Pine singing together, and then Harry Styles. There's one camera footage that shows kind of Harry Styles showing up late, trying to get to his seat, and then his seat, is beside Chris Pine, not Olivia Wilde, which he's dating in real life. So he probably said some joke like probably sitting down and it's like, oh, you're in my seat, bro. But they clearly got it marked for him to be right there. But besides the point, my thoughts officially, I don't think he spit on him. I think it's just a funny thing, and the internet is pretty stupid nowadays and tends to run away with stuff. But all that aside, that's pretty much it. We'll see how good Don't Worry Darling is when it comes out. But I guarantee you, it's not going to be an awards contender. It's not going to be a box office smash. Take that to the bank. Anyways, guys, kind of my first kind of video like this. Might start doing a little bit more. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the Spit controversy and just the film controversy in general in the comments below. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the Badass Times. More stuff coming to the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.